Hello, everyone, and welcome to my predictions for Saturday afternoon's game between the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Maryland Terrapins. This game will be played at SHI Stadium in Piscataway, New Jersey at noon on Saturday, and Maryland is opening as a 12.5-point favorite. Now, Rutgers started off 1-3 with their first game of the season, coming with a win against UMass, and they've lost their last three to Iowa, Boston College, and Michigan, with the Michigan game being their last and losing 52-0. Maryland started off the year hot, winning their first two games against Howard and Syracuse by both 40 plus, and they've lost their last two to Temple and Penn State, and they lost their last game, like I said, to Penn State 59-0. Now let's get into the stats. Rutgers is the 103rd ranked passing offense in the country, getting 201 yards per game. 122nd rushing offense with 102 yards per game. The 59th ranked passing defense with allowing 215 passing yards per game. And the 109th rushing defense allowing 200 yards per game. Now on to Maryland. They have the 91st ranked passing offense, getting 212 yards per game. The 26th ranked rushing offense, getting 223 yards per game. The 108th ranked passing defense, allowing 274 yards per game, and the 29th ranked rushing defense in the country, allowing only 105 rushing yards per game. Now, this is going to be a big game for Rutgers right now, as they have their new interim head coach after the firing of Chris Ash, Nunzio Campanile, who was a head coach at a lot of some really good New Jersey high schools like Bergen Catholic, and he was the tight end coach before this, and now for this game, he is going to be the head coach and the offensive coordinator. This could be a big change for him, and let's see, maybe we don't even have to look for a head coach, maybe this guy can be the answer. And also, there would be no Art Sikowski playing, who is trying to preserve his red shirt for this year, and they'll have the Boston College transfer Johnny Langen starting at quarterback. Langen is known for being a very good athlete, but not exactly the best passer, so you should be looking for a lot more rushing yards from Rutgers, maybe using the option of some kind, and not many passing attempts or passing yards. And another fact is that Langen was actually the quarterback for Nunzio in high school. Now, onto what I think is going to happen in this game. Now, Maryland's better in almost every category besides passing defense. Rutgers only has one stat that is not in the bottom, 30, which is in the hundreds, or behind that, and that's passing defense. And Maryland only has one in the 100, which is their passing defense. So, Maryland will be really pounding the run game. Rutgers had a horrible D-line this year. It's probably their worst thing. Right now, their lines have just been horrendous. Their offensive line can't block for any of our running backs, which is obviously probably our best position. But you wouldn't see that with the 122nd ranked rushing offense, because those running backs can't do anything when there's no one blocking for them. And Maryland has the 26th ranked rushing offense in the country, and they'll be pounding that ground game at Rutgers' 109th ranked rushing defense. And Rutgers also has a pretty decent passing game, 59th in the country. Maryland's passing offense is only 91st, so look for a lot of rushing yards from Maryland's game. And I think they're really going to overpower Rutgers. They might get a little push because, new head coach. Yeah, maybe they could actually do something. New quarterback, maybe they can do something new with him. But I just can't see it. And I think Maryland ends up winning by a score of 35-17. Now, here are my two predictions for the game. Rutgers will have more rushing yards than throwing yards. Now, like I said, with Langen, he's a very good athlete. They're going to run the ball with him a lot. And it's really, they have a better running game than they had a passing game in the first place. And with no Sikowski, who's probably the best passer this year, they're going to be pounding that run game, and they're going to be running a lot more than they are passing. And my second prediction is Maryland runs for over 300 yards in this game. Now, Rutgers is allowing 200 rushing yards per game. Maryland's getting about 223 per game. And there's a very good running backs, and they're just going to keep pounding and running, and they're just going to run over Rutgers. And that's how they get most of the touchdowns. They're going to run for over 300 yards. And thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my predictions for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights versus the Maryland Terrapins. Goodbye.